All right, everyone, welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. Guys, I'm coming to you from the city of Houston, down here in the ever so hot state of Texas. I want to welcome you one and all to the stream, guys. This is an impromptu stream. I decided to test something tonight. I decided I was going to go ahead and try tonight to multi-stream over to YouTube and here on Amazon. So we'll see how that goes for us tonight. So far, it looks like everything is going well. Let me just check all of our stats, making sure we're getting our comments where they need to be. Everything is lining up. All right, so it looks pretty good from where I'm at. So hopefully there will be no issues with this stream tonight. Let me go ahead and do a quick little test and put something in the comments here real quick. All right, let's see what we got. Hold on, let me check one more thing, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, we are good. We are streaming. And let me go over to our streaming channel. All right, so everything looks good. Everything looks like it's supposed to. I can see us over on YouTube. I can see us here on Amazon as well. So again, I want to welcome you all to the stream, guys. We got a lot of items to get to tonight. We're going to be taking a look at some lasers, some lights, cameras, all kind of different things here on the stream tonight. Now, the way this usually works, you guys come in, you ask me questions. I grab the tech that you want me to talk about, and I will then answer your questions as we kind of roll through the stream throughout the night. Now, that's what it's been like for the last 3 or 4 years that I've been going live here on Amazon, and now going live as well on YouTube tonight. So last night we talked about one specific device. That device is right here on my desk. I am not actually using that to live stream tonight. I'm actually using another protocol, but I'll show you this device here real quick. So that would be this device right here. Come on, let me get this camera to switch on for us. Give it a second. And there we go. Okay, so that would be this device right here. This is the Ozbot Talent. Now I have this connected right now to my Rodecaster, and I have one of the Ozbot cameras also mounted, connected to this. Both of the cameras that we were going to use tonight are both wireless, so we have the other Ozbot camera back here, but we're not going to use either of those tonight. I'm using the same cameras tonight to stream to both platforms, which is going to be my Meet 2, the Meet AI camera here. We have an Insta360 link over there facing me, and I'm also using my phone as one of the cameras. So let me go ahead and throw this phone into a gimbal so it'll be a lot easier to move it around. All right, let me grab this gimbal here. So if you guys are curious how I'm doing this, my phone is connected to my MacBook. This is an iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I have it connected to my MacBook, and I'm using it as a secondary phone. Terry's in the house. Welcome, Terry. Welcome to the stream. Yeah! All right, Terry, so we're trying this experiment tonight. I wasn't planning on going live until Saturday night, but you know me, Richard, and a few of us that are Leos, we just cannot sit idle. So I just had to do it. I see Renee's in the house. Welcome, Renee. Yeah! Welcome to the stream. So like I said, I wanted to test it tonight to see how well the stream on both platforms were going to go. And so far, everything looks really, really good. I see Richard is over on my YouTube channel leaving messages. Let me send him a message real quick here. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let me highlight Richard's little message here so you guys can see. He does have the little icon for YouTube, so he's over on YouTube right now leaving messages. You guys should be able to see those popping up right here like our normal chat bubbles do. So yeah, so far guys, so far I can't complain. We're recording the stream. We're streaming to at least 2 platforms right now. I think in the near future I'm gonna go ahead and just go crazy and stream to at least 3 platforms at a time. So if you guys are interested, maybe you have some people out there who are don't have an Amazon account. and they can't watch the live stream, you know, without having an Amazon account or knowing how to find the specific URL, they could always go over to the YouTube channel and live, you know, check it out from there. But I am going to add the Amazon link while I'm thinking about it. Let me add the Amazon link here over on our YouTube, so that way they will be able to find us if they want to come over. Let me go ahead and correct that real quick here. I'm just going to drop the link in right about there. And let's just click save. Okay, so we're good to go. All right. So what shall we get into tonight, guys? Last night, you know, it got a little crazy. I had, you know, story time because I could not resist telling you guys about the crazy times that I've had with this little RC truck that is right under my feet right now. But yeah, I think story time went over pretty well. So I got a bunch of stories just rattling around in my head. So that's probably something we're going to be doing a lot of going forward. All right, so let me go ahead and make sure I got the first item highlighted in the carousel. We're going to switch over here real quick for those who may not have seen it or are not familiar with my streams. All right, guys, so the first item we have listed in the carousel tonight is from LaserPecker. This is the LP5. This is a combination diode and fiber laser. Now, these are both 20-watt lasers. The diode lasers are 20 watt, the fiber lasers are 20 watt. The bundle comes with the air purifier. You also receive a rotary chuck. You can probably see one of those mini rotary chucks that I have over there. And it also comes with the slide extension and a few other accessories. Now, for those who are new to my live stream, guys, I'm telling you, I have created a ton of things using these lasers. Let me show you just a few of the things that I've been able to create since we got the lasers in. And we have worked with so many different materials. We got wood, we got acrylic, we got stone, we got everything. So all of these little pieces here were created with that same laser, the LaserPecker 5, the LP5. This is black acrylic. This is 3 millimeters of black acrylic. This is like a pine wood here, also 3 millimeters. All of these things were engraved and cut with that same laser. This is my man Richard's little race car here. Here is some AI generated art that we also created. I moved my camera and I moved the monitor, guys. So now I have more room here on the desk, and now it feels weird when I pick something up because I have to put it right underneath the camera. I'm not used to that. I'm used to just having just a little bit of space here and try to fit everything into that little space. But most of you guys like Renee and Terry and Richard and others, you guys are very familiar with these lasers and a lot of the things that we've been able to create with them. So if you are looking for a laser for your home, for your office, for your man cave, your she shed, I'm telling you guys, LaserPecker can rock it out. I have been using their lasers right now, I would say for probably at least 3 years. I've been using their lasers. I had the LP2. Then I got the LP3, which is one of their 3 watt or 2 watt fiber lasers. Then I received the LP4, which is over here on my desk. And then soon after that, I received the LP5. Now, I've been using a bunch of different lasers, you know, all over the place, but LaserPecker was one of the first lasers that I started experimenting with about 3 years ago. And the first place I experimented with them was right here on Amazon, guys. And you guys probably remember that. Richard probably definitely remembers that when I used to set off my smoke detectors all the time in the house because I didn't have enough airflow. There was no air purifiers back then. Now I got like 4 or 5 of them here in the studio. But back then it was just me with a piece of cardboard just trying to fan the smoke away, just, you know, just shaking it out. My son came over last night and I set the smoke detector off again because I was in the kitchen cooking, and he said, "Why don't you just use your little hand fan?" And I'm like, "What? Because I always come over here and I just fan at the smoke detector until it finally goes off, right?" So he's like, "Yeah, just take your little fan, take the little thing off and just blow it toward the smoke detector, and I guarantee it'll turn it off." And I was like, really? Okay, I'll try it. So I got up there and I'm that's the sound it was making. And a few minutes, you know, a few seconds later, boop, the smoke detector turned off. So this can do it. This can do it. So if you set your smoke detectors off in your homes as well, you might want to invest into one of these little hand fans. I'm just saying, you know, this thing came in handy last night, and I probably will be using it again tonight. I'm gonna tell you right now. But anyway, let's get back to our lasers. So we have a number of different lasers here in the studio. I forgot to charge the battery in my gimbal. Nobody sent me a text message. Rome, don't forget to charge the battery in your gimbal. So yeah, I didn't do it. But I have somewhere around here another little tripod I can probably use. Well, if I don't even have a tripod, I just hold the phone in my hand. That'll work. All right, so let's get to the next laser. So let's talk about that. That is going to be this laser right here from our friends over at X-Tool. Now, this is the M1 Ultra laser right here. This guy is amazing. It's got a built-in screen protector for your eyes. This one also has really high quality venting for smoke and fumes. This one is a 4-in-1 laser, guys. That means you have a print module, you have a cartridge module. It comes with a box of these little multicolored pins. It also has, let me show you here. Let me go ahead and open up this cover. Yes, it has an internal light. Now, my variant does have the 10-watt laser. There's also a 20-watt laser available for this one. And there's also a cut module here. It comes with some blades. Those are going to be great if you want to, you know, cut some vinyl or leather or something like that. It comes with the little... kind of like a little honeycomb grid. It's more like just, you know, slats, but you can put your material on here and that'll protect it from burning up or, you know, engraving directly onto the work area. Now, some of my older lasers back here, let's see if I can show you guys one of those. Those did not have that kind of feature. So you had to put a honeycomb bed in there and you had to really be concerned about, you know, the power of the laser cutting through the wood or something like that and scarring up the board. I worried about that a lot also with the Laser Pecker, the original one, you know, the LP4, things like that. But these lasers have gotten so smart, so advanced now, guys, that, you know, a lot of those headaches that we used to get with these lasers are, you know, just a thing of the past. You know, the X-Tool brand has been around for a very, very long time, and they work spectacularly, guys. I'm going to create something with this laser for you guys tonight. I have some yellow acrylic in there. This was gifted to us by our friend Renee. She's a frequent flyer here on Amazon, and I have known Renee over 15 plus years as a personal friend, and she did send us some, you know, some acrylic that we could test with and play with, similar to the acrylic that we were using here. So if you guys got an idea, somebody wants to see something that I create with this yellow acrylic, other than, you know, creating little cutouts of Richard, go ahead and drop it drop it down in the comments. Renee says, what is Renee saying here? I'll be working on my laser more this summer. Yeah, you said that last summer too. But anyway, Renee says she's going to be working on her laser. She has the LP2. You do need a smoke fume extractor, Renee. That's a must-have. And you probably want to invest into some type of enclosure. Do you remember the enclosure that I had for the LP4? That's the one that you want. You want just a little glass box that you can put over the laser, and it has the fan in the back of it, which will help suck the fumes to the back, and then you can, you know, vent that out directly to whatever air purifier you're going to be using. So, you know, we got a bunch of them around here. So if you have one in mind, or if you have, if you need one, let me know. We might be able to, you know, work something out, get something sent your way. You know how we do. All right, so let's see what we got coming up next. If you guys have any questions about the LP5 or the M1 Ultra, let me know down in the comments. That's what we're here for. If you are watching over on YouTube, or you have received the link that I sent out on Facebook and that led you over to YouTube, and you want to come over and hang out with us and you know, chill with the community over here on Amazon, guys, just follow that link. It'll bring you right over here, and all you have to do is be logged into your Amazon account. You'll be able to chat with us, ask questions live in the comments, all that jazz. Y'all know how we do. All right, let's see what do we got coming up next. Let me go ahead and turn this device on, because our next item up is going to be Ozbot Talent and the Tail Air. So let's go ahead and start this guy up. It should be booting up here right now. So this is the Ozbot Talent. Now this comes in a bundle. You can get this for $28.23. That's going to come with the Talent. It will come with 3 of the Ozbot tail airs. You guys can see I have one of the tail airs right there facing me. Now I have this connected wirelessly to the Talent using SRT. You can obviously use also NDI. You can use cable. You can use whatever you want to. And you guys see this little message right here. It says microphone or line. Because I have this connected to my Rodecaster, I'm going to connect this on microphone, and now you guys should be able to see here we have the audio levels just kind of jumping there, because it's getting the same audio from this microphone as you guys are getting through my computer going to Amazon and to YouTube. So if you are looking for a compact way to live stream, this could be an excellent device, guys. It takes 2 HDMI inputs here. You have a USB-C input on this guy as well. On the opposite side, you have your line in, mic in, headphone jack, and an additional USB-A on this 3.0. Underneath, you guys can see we have our Ethernet, full-size SD, USB-C out, and the 12-volt plug. Now, I normally power these using Sony batteries, so I use these Sony MPF batteries. I only have one of them in right now because I have the other one over here charging, but I think it's probably charged up by now. But anyway, normally what we do with these cameras, we're going to connect a variety of cameras to this, either wirelessly or wired. It could be something as small as some of these other little Ozbot cameras you see here, like the Tiny 2 Lite or the Meet 2. All of those little cameras do a great job working with this device. So if you're interested in this and the bundle, it is currently $28.23. That's going to get you 3 of the Ozbot Talents. I'm sorry, Ozbot tail airs, the Ozbot Talent, and the other accessories. And just like with OBS and other platforms, guys, you can go in and set up multiple screens here. You can have multiple layers. You can have playback video. It has a ton of features. So like I have like a few of my little videos clips that I did. I use them during my stream. You can also set up a startup page. You can have your own countdown timer. So you have a bunch of graphics here. You can go in, you can add a countdown timer. You can start the countdown timer, just press and hold, go to controls, hit start. It's going to start counting down. And now this could be live on your social media or whatever it is, getting ready for you to go live. No problem. If you want to end it early, all you have to do is tap here, turn off that. You notice that I'm also showing the same similar graphics that I have on my Amazon and YouTube stream, which are these web graphics you guys see right here. You can bring in these web graphics also through the graphic interface here. Let me show you guys that. You will just click here and then go to web, and then you just type in whatever that URL is, hit go, and then you'll be able to bring in those graphics and use them just like I'm using them right now on this device, or if I was using them on a standard computer or tablet or something like that, which is super cool. Now you want to do some social media stuff, you can also do things like, you know, drop your Facebook or your Instagram or your TikTok. All of those are available to you, and you can go in and choose from those. You have titles, lower thirds, animated text. You have your digital clock. You also have here, you guys can see we have an analog clock. We have bullet points, which are really nice, especially for my teachers out there. Social media bugs, and that's going to be things like we just talked about, like for YouTube, LinkedIn, X, or whatever it's being called now, Facebook and TikTok. You have Facebook, and also for Instagram. So we have that. I'm here but listening. What are you talking about, Richard? Are you up to something? All right, so we have our logos here. We have our scoreboards, timer, as well as we have a little, what do you call this? A little stopwatch. We have the web widgets we talked about, and then you can also do customization with this. So it's got a bunch of built-in features, guys. Now, it also has a full audio interface, as you guys can see here. So here is our microphone right now. This is our program going out that you see here. So I can adjust this microphone. I can give it gain, take away gain. I can do the same on the program. If we have music playing in the background, this will be one of those. You can also have audio coming in off of your cameras. So if you have an HDMI camera, or if you have a SRT camera like these two that I have set up right here, web graphics, if they have sound coming in, you'll be able to control those with these as well. So you got a lot of flexibility when it comes to this device, as well as you have the ability to store shows. So let's say, for instance, you do a lot of, standard orientation, streams, like your 16:9s, like what we're doing here on YouTube and Amazon. But maybe you want to also stream to perhaps to TikTok, or you want to stream to Instagram. You can do a vertical stream as well. So you're just gonna, address your cameras in those orientations. And whenever you're ready to switch back, you just go back to your show list, pick the previous show, and it saves everything. Not like some of the other previous devices where you had to go back in and recreate things all over again. You don't have that issue with this. So that, for me, really makes this guy shine, guys, because all you have to do is just, set up your shows once, and then you can go back into those. Maybe you have a show for cooking, maybe you have a show that, a tech show, or maybe you have a game show, or whatever it is, and you have different graphics and layouts and all that kind of stuff. Once you save everything, set up your different cameras. And another cool thing that you can do here, you have the ability to draw on the screen. Check this out. I can just choose whatever color I want to go with. I'm going to go with this orange here, and now I can draw right on the screen, and people will see that in real time on the live stream being generated from this. Now this has two encoders, so that means you can set those separately. 1 bit rate for live streaming, and a totally different bit rate perhaps for recording up to 1080p, which is super cool. This has a metal frame, so it's going to be very rugged for you. Just really nice, very bright screen. So I've used this for a variety of different things. So if you guys are interested in looking for something that's going to be really easy to travel with, really easy to set up, the Ozbot Talent bundle is a win, because you'll be able to get your portable device, the cameras. Now, microphone wise, I do recommend going with as high end of microphone as possible. Yes, the cameras do have built-in microphones, but they're not going to be as robust as the microphone like I'm using right now. I'm using this Rode Procaster that you guys see here, and that's going right into my Rodecaster Pro 2, and it's feeding it right into the Talent. So that's how I kind of have everything set up. Now again, I said, like, they have quite a few little cameras here from Ozbot that they've gifted us over the years. One of them is this little guy right here. Let's go ahead and switch to our top-down view so we can get a better look at this camera. Put that phone down. All right, so let's take a look at this guy here. So this little guy is the Ozbot Tiny 2 Lite. Okay, now there's also a Tiny 2 SE, which is the 1080p variant of this same camera. You can go with either one of them. The 4K one is just going to kind of be a little bit more feature rich and future proof. This one is a PTZ camera as well. That means it can pan, tilt, and zoom, but this one does have to be connected directly to, whatever device you're going to be streaming through, whether that's going to be a computer, a tablet, a phone, or whatever. Just plug in your little USB here. Now, what's nice about it does have this little integrated little stand here, so you could easily clip this on top of something and mount it that way, like on a laptop or a monitor, and then this could be your little webcam. Now, because these do have human tracking, the advantage to that is, if you don't have a Richard or a Mr. Mod or somebody that can be your camera person, then having a camera that can track you really comes in handy, guys. So the Tiny 2 Lite 4K variant right now is $159, so definitely check this guy out. Now, another little camera also from Ozbot is this guy here. Now, I haven't used this one as much, but this is the Meet 2. This is also a 4K variant. It comes with this little magnetic stand. All of them have the 1/4 20s underneath this. It has a nice metal casing for it. Really high quality lens on these guys. Again, all you need is to plug in your USB-C to this, plug it into your MacBook, your PC, your tablet, your YOLO box, or your in-stream, or whatever device that you want to use these with. They work really well. And you have this magnetic stand for it as well that basically does something very similar to what the other one does. You know, you're just going to use that to mount the camera onto your monitor. It clips on, very similar to the one that's built into this one, but this one is just magnetic. It just, you know, connects that way. And you can get this guy right now for $109 here on Amazon. 4K. All of these cameras, if I didn't mention before, 4K 60 frames a second. These guys are great for a variety of different applications. So if you're looking for something that's going to be travel friendly, that you're going to be able to just really get out there and, you know, enjoy life and go camping and do all different kinds of things, do your own little live streams, gaming shows, whatever the case it may be, guys, these are some great little cameras to take a look at. Osbot has just been knocking it out of the park when it comes to these type of cameras. They got some new stuff on the line as well, coming out pretty soon, so keep your eyes out for that. Let me grab one of the Osbot cameras and show you guys something here. So this is an Osbot Tail Air. We talked about this camera before. We have another one that's over there that's facing me. My bundle came with 3 of them, so that gives me the option to be able to, you know, just kind of place them wherever I want to. Now, what's nice about the Tail Airs is that, different from the other cameras, these can record internally. So you actually have a spot right here for an SD card. You can plug in this little micro HDMI directly into a device. They also have the ability to use NDI. They have the same ability to use SRT, which is, you know, basically NDI, open source. This has a USB-C connector here that you can connect just like any other webcam. And you can also plug a microphone in here. You can either be wired or wireless receiver going into this guy. It does have built-in microphones. This is also a PTZ camera, so it's going to pan, tilt, and zoom. Now, the bundle that you get that I mentioned before also comes with a remote. So the remote is going to give you the ability to control this like a little joystick. Let me see if I can turn this guy on here real quick for you guys so I can show you how this works. So let's power this guy up. Now, this is wirelessly already connected to the talent that's here on my desk, okay? So when we get our little green light right here letting us know that it's connected, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the remote as well. Now, with the remote, you can control up to 3 cameras, and you can give each cameras up to 3 presets. You have a button here for human tracking, for pet tracking, and you have another little button that generates a laser. You have a joystick on here. Let me go ahead and switch over here real quick to show you guys. You have a little joystick on here that you can use to control the camera. You also have a photo button, a record button, a power button. This little piece right here, I think, was designed for something. They were going to bring out like a little tablet, but it never came out. But you do have a tele rocker on here for zooming in and zooming out, and all of that can be controlled by this little remote that comes in the bundle. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so taking a look at this, let me go ahead and switch this guy on and let the remote connect. Let's give it a second. Okay, so now this camera's connected. You guys see the little green light. So now I can use the remote to control, whoops, wrong camera. Remote to control the cameras. You guys see that? I can tilt up, I can tilt down, I can pan left and right. I can also use the tele rocker to zoom in and zoom out. And this camera is connected to our, let me show you guys here. I'm multitasking here, but you guys will be able to see that it is connected to the talent, and this is wireless, so I could move this around however I want to, and you guys see it's kind of following there. Now, you do have some hand gestures that you can do with this little camera where it'll respond to like 3 different gestures, one for tracking, one for recording, one for, you know, so on and so on. So really nice design, guys. Like I said, these are very portable, easy to travel with. Throw these things in a backpack or wherever it is you want to, you know, carry them, and you're going to be able to set up an entire live stream or like a mobile studio pretty much anywhere you want to go. So definitely check that out. Now, the next item in the carousel is actually this tripod that you guys see right here. So let me set this guy down here on the desk and let's take a closer look at it. So this tripod, now I do have a little ball head mount on here that doesn't come with it, but this is the Osbot extended tripod, and I have this supporting this camera, as you guys see. And I have the little stand here so I can take this guy pretty much anywhere I want to. Usually what I do with this camera is I have it mounted back here somewhere like that. And then I can just use that camera to show you guys like the laser or anything that I'm working with on that side of the room. And again, this is going to be ideal if you're going to be out somewhere and you're just setting up a studio, or maybe you're at a conference or something, you want to be able to capture content and live stream at the same time. This is going to make it really easy for you. SRT, NDI, however you want to run these cameras, guys, you're going to get that wireless connectivity. And just from here, you guys can see I'm going to use the remote and I'll be able to adjust that camera. I'm not even facing the camera, I'm facing away from the camera, and I can still control the camera. I have my little presets here. I can just hit one of those presets. The camera's going to move to that preset. I go to number 2, it's going to move to that. Number 3, move to that preset, and then I can send it back to preset number 1. So you can program these little presets directly into the remote, or you can use the smartphone app to preset up those presets. And like I said, you can have up to 3 presets on the remote to control all 3 of the different cameras, and they can be 3 different presets, obviously, right? And you can just switch back and forth like this between the cameras. You can also connect this remote directly to the talent and control the talent with the remote, and then control the cameras that are connected to the talent through with the remote through the talent to connect to control the camera. So a lot of flexibility, guys, when it comes to these, so definitely check them out. Now tonight I just want to do a quick stream just to see if we be able to efficiently live stream here on YouTube, live stream here on Amazon, and yeah, so far so good. Richard, look what I got, Richard. Look what I got. No, it's not in the carousel tonight. It's not. But this is my new upper body exerciser. You know, I was telling Richard about this thing earlier today. So this is, you know, basically if you're trying to get in shape or whatever the case it is, this thing is super cool. You could do like your little arm exercises. Let me show you. You could put your arm in there like that, and you can start exercising. This thing has somewhere between 40 to 100 pounds of resistance, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna be the Hulk overnight or something like that, but this guy's pretty steady, man. It's pretty steady. So let me go ahead and see if I can bend this. There we go. There we go. Rome smash, Rome smash. It's got really nice padding on here as well. I like this. I actually put this thing together today, and I was teasing Richard about it earlier, saying that I was going to be trying to get in shape. Nope. But yeah, you know, maybe a little bit. Couple of exercises. I feel like I need a nap already. So yes, Richard, I did bring that thing over here just so you would be able to see it, because I knew you'd probably be here tonight. So I'm like, you know what? Richard's probably going to love this thing. So I'm just going to bring it over here and tease him with it. All right. So there we go. All right. Let's see what else is going on. What else is going on? Oh, let's see where we're at now. It looks like our YouTube is way behind on the live stream. Let me check something real quick here, because I want to see if it's catching up to where we are right now, because it looks to me like it is way behind. And let me refresh and see what the YouTube is doing over there. No, maybe not. Maybe it's just me, and I'm just seeing it late or something. I don't know. So yeah. All right, we're good. We'll see what it looks like after the stream, because you know I will go back and rewatch it. You guys know how I do. All right, let's see what else we got coming up. Let's see. Yes, it's about 25 seconds behind. Is that right, Richard? It's about 25 seconds behind. Better now? Yeah, you might have to refresh the page and see what's going on. So I don't think it's a Wi-Fi issue, because my Wi-Fi is pretty quick, but I'm not streaming to multiple platforms. I'm streaming to one platform that is then streaming to other platforms. So if it's anything, it's going to be on them. But as long as it gets there, Richard, throw something in the comments over on YouTube for me. I just want to see if it's going to catch up when the comments come through over here. So see if we see them in real time or it'll be delayed like the video. All right. So what is the next item we have listed in the carousel tonight? I didn't do a lot of things tonight, so a lot of this stuff, you know, we normally talk about. One of them would be this little case right here for the for my DJI Pocket 3, this little case that was sent to me by Start RC. This is a very, very rugged case. Got a really nice little, it's plasticky, but it is a nice handle. It has the nice little clips on this guy as well. It has that little pressure gauge. Now, this is a pull foam style case. That means you already have everything pre-cut out. All you have to do is just pluck it out, you know, whatever, wherever you want to put something. So if you need a space for your Pocket 3, if you need a space for your microphone, a space for perhaps your extended battery or your little mini tripod or your SD cards, your ND filters, you got spaces for all of those things in here, which is really nice. So yeah, this is a win, guys. This is a win. So definitely check it out. Now, the price on this right now is only $27.99. They do make cases for a variety of different devices. I have their cases for my drones. I have their cases for a variety of things, some EDC stuff as well, you know, things I normally don't talk about that much here on Amazon, but yes, they do make cases for those things as well. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, very rugged, waterproof, it's a win. Check it out. All right, let's see what we got next. All right, so the next item in the carousel, I think is going to be more in line with my gamers out there. This is a 2025 upgraded wireless HDMI transmitter receiver kit. So maybe you're going to a Comic-Con, and you have a camera and you want to be able to stream. You want to be able to stream or record cameras in different locations because you don't have an NDI camera, but you know that you could just plug a camera directly into one of these transmitter receivers. So let me show you guys what this looks like as soon as I put my lightsaber away. Yes, I'm coming for you tonight, Richard. All right, let's power this guy down. There we go. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the box. Let's take a look at what comes in the box. Ooh, this desk over here is a mess too, y'all. I need to clean this desk up too. We'll get to it. All right, so here we go. So here is the box that it arrives in. You're going to get a transmitter and a receiver. So here are the two units. So this is your receiver, this is your transmitter. Both of these have full-size HDMI. They do come with adapters. So if you need USB-C or USB-A or whatever the case it may be, they have the adapters for micro HDMI as well. That's going to come in this little accessory box. Now, the bundle itself is $126.49. These are very plug and play. You just need to plug in power to each one of these. You'll see they have the little USB-C connectors there. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So you plug in your little USB cables to these and you'll be able to power these guys really easily. These are going to be great for gamers, live streamers, you know, any type of content. Maybe you're going to a conference or a wedding or something. You want to be able to transmit maybe some pre-recorded video over to a big screen television or something like that. This is going to be a win. So definitely check this guy out, guys. This is only $127.49. So check it out. All right. So if you're watching over on YouTube and you're trying to figure out why you don't see any of the things that I'm talking about, is because these things are in the carousel exclusively on our on our Amazon page. So if you click on that link, it'll bring you over to where we are. And if you want to choose something, or just go to RomeKnowsTech.live, that will take you to my storefront, and you will see a lot of these items that I talk about almost on a daily basis. I'm live on Amazon 5 days a week, y'all. So I'm going to be live in the future 5 days a week, also on YouTube and possibly another platform at the same time. So yeah. If you guys are into that and this kind of thing tickles your pickle, you are most likely in the right place. So we shall see how it goes going forward. Richard says we're having a slight little delay over on YouTube, but as long as the content is getting there and we're still getting good resolution over there, it's still a win, guys. It's still a win. So unfortunately, I'm not monitoring the YouTube video as much as I'm monitoring the Amazon video. But you know, if you guys have any comments, drop them down. I should see them in real time. In real time. All right, what do we have next coming up? All right, so our next item is one of my favorite items. What do y'all think it is? Oh, that's right. You can just look in the carousel. You know what is coming up next. I don't know why I'm saying this like it's a mystery, like you guys can't just look in the carousel and see it. But anyway, let me get it. My next item is this guy right here, which is this little fog machine that you see here. Richard already knows, Renee already knows, Terry knows, Holy Chat knows, Mel knows, everybody knows. This is my favorite new thing over the last 2 months, which is this little portable fog machine. Man, this thing is the bomb in a good way. So easy to use. One little button to turn it on. There's a little LCD comes on. You got 2 buttons here. You can adjust your amount of fog flow as well as the strength of the fan right from these little buttons. You have a power button right here. You can also rotate this guy 60 degrees, so you can easily set this up directly over something. So let's say, for instance, we had something down here on the desk. Maybe this little guy right here, and we want to add a little bit of fog. A little bit of fog. All right, let me move this phone out of the way. And let's say we want to fog him up. That sounds so bad. That sounds so bad. All right, let me get the phone because we need the phone as the camera. So let me switch first to do that. So let's switch to this camera angle. So there's our guy. And there's our fog machine, okay? So I already got the button. Wait, where's the remote? Let me grab the remote. So it does come with this little remote, okay? So you get all of this for $129, guys. You can raise or lower the amount of the fog from these buttons right here. This right here is your little trigger button. So we're just gonna drop a little bit of fog on his head. So I'm just gonna press the button like that. You guys are gonna see that fog's gonna start coming out just like that. Let's back it up a little bit. So yeah, you could easily, you know, do something cool for product photography, you know, portrait photography, whatever it is. Oh, let me turn that off before I fog up the entire room, because this fog starts to move pretty quick, as you guys can see. But this thing does an amazing job. It comes with, you know, this adapter, this accessory right here, some other little nozzles. It also comes with 60 milliliters of the fog juice. You get the remote. And you also get this little head right here that has a little LED light built into it. It has a more powerful fan that's built into that. So I'm gonna show you guys how that works. So these all connect with magnets. So I can just pop this off like that. And then I can take this other piece right here and just drop this guy on like so. And then you're gonna see a little red light that comes on. So when the red light is on, that means that you control the fan, okay? So I can raise up the intensity of the fan by just pressing that. And when I press the M again, now I can change the color of the LED lights. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bring that up. Let's see if we can get that to maybe a blue or something like that. Let's see if we can just keep going through the spectrum to a dark blue. Oop, we went too far, went into purple. All right, so there, that's close enough. That's close enough. All right, so what's cool about this, actually, let me switch cameras here real quick. So what's cool about this is that you can use this for fashion photography, so, or any other number of types of photography. You know, most fog really shows off when it's backlit. So you could use the light that's on here, or you could have another light, like one of these little mini lights or a bigger light, whatever you want to use. And now you can backlight that fog. So let's say if we press the fog again, get the fog going, and then put a little bit of light behind it, you guys see how cool that effect looks. We're just putting a little bit of light behind the fog. So you could have like a stationary light. Maybe, you know, you're like Alan DeBay doing some, you know, some spooky stories, some campfire stories or something like that, and you got your little fog machine out there, you got your little, little lights, your little Halloween lights out there, this is a win, guys. And like I said, this has a fan, and then you also have the standard fan that's built into this as well. Now, the easy way to turn this off is just, separate it, or you could just bring the power down or whatever it is. That works as well. And then when you reconnect it, it doesn't automatically just turn back on because you connected it. You'll have to start it all over again. Now, there's a button right here that allows you to rotate this back to its upright position. This comes with a nice little travel case. All those things come in the bundle. The travel case, you get all of the different accessories. Boom, man, I'm telling you, this guy is a win. I use this thing almost every single day in one form or another. So if you're into live streaming, gaming, photography, whatever the case it may be, if you're starting out as an influencer and you're doing a lot of, little videos for clients and stuff like that, that could be a win, guys. That could definitely be a win. All right, so for my drone enthusiast out there, I talk a lot about my favorite drone, which is my DJI Air 3S, but this is another drone that I like a lot, and this is from my friends over at 00 Robotics. This is the Hover Air X1. Now, they've come out with a few new drones since this one was sent out to me, but this is probably one of my favorite little pocketable drones that you can throw in your backpack. You can put it in your pocket. It's foldable. It has a lot of built-in features. And when I say foldable, I mean foldable. You can literally just fold this guy up and put it in your pocket, right? So when you want to carry it, look at that. My phone is actually bigger than this drone is, folded, right? So let's just go ahead and show you guys really easily how easy it is to set it up and get it in the air. So you got two buttons right here. One is your power button. The other one is your multi-function selection button that you can press right here in order to switch through the different modes. So you got your power button right here, and then you can switch through all of the different modes here. Now, my bundle did come with 2 batteries and a charger. It just depends on which variant you go with. The one I have listed in the carousel looks like it comes with the charger, the 2 batteries, and the other things that I mentioned. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy in the air. Just before we do, let me talk about the gimbal real quick. This is only a 2-axis gimbal, so it's not going to give you the same type of stable video or photography that you would get from one of the more advanced drones, but it still does a really good job. Most of you guys have probably seen a lot of photos and videos that I've taken with this. When I first got this thing, I was using it all the time, flying it almost every night here in my stream. All right, so let's get this guy in the air. First thing we're going to do is power it on. Wait for it to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Current mode, hover.
Current mode, hover. But you have multiple modes. Like I said, you can use that top button and select and go through all the different modes. For now, we're just going to put this guy in the air. So I'm just going to press this little button here for a 30-second hover.
30 seconds, hover.
All right, so there it is, hovering. So when you want to land it, so when you're ready to land this guy, all you gotta do is put your hand out like this underneath it, and it'll land right into your palm. Okay, so it'll land right in your palm. It has a little sensor underneath here that knows that, that's your hand and you want it to come down. There's some other gesture controls that they have added to this since they initially launched this, so it's got a lot of new features as well. And I played with almost every one of those features. You guys know I fly this thing. I was flying this thing here in the studio almost every single night. But I did see it when I was upstairs today, and I decided to bring it down so I could, feature it again in the live stream. So it comes in this really nice little high quality box here. This is everything you get. You also get the charging cable, and if you get the bundle with the with the charging bundle with the 2 batteries. I do recommend getting 2 batteries because it doesn't it uses, you know, very, very small tiny batteries in comparison to some of my bigger, more professional drones. But if all you want to do, guys, if you're going out, you're going camping, you're going on an event, maybe you're going out just for the day and you just want to do some, you know, cool things, throw this thing up in the air, you can get 16:9 video photos. You can get 9:16 video photos with this. You can control this with your smartphone. You can even buy a little small controller. I think it's 8-bit Duo or 8-bit Do. They have these little controllers. You can program them to be able to control this like a standard controller or like a gamer style controller. I had one of those controllers, but my son sold it, I think. But regardless, you can get one of those controllers to be able to control this if you want that type of control, or you can control it also with your smartphone as well. You can also use your smartphone as a microphone, so that when you're out, maybe it's in follow me mode, you can talk into your phone, and it will it has some noise cancellation built into the app that will record directly into the video. So that's pretty cool that it has all of those features. Let's see what's going on here. Just celebrated Buddy's 2nd birthday. My mom wanted to. My mom wanted when she got out of the hospital. So your mom is feeling better, Terry. Is your mom feeling better? Tell her I said hi. Tell her everybody over in the Amazon YouTube stream said hello. We hope you feel better much sooner. Tell Buddy.
Happy birthday from Rome Nose Tick. We love you.
So tell him happy birthday. Tell him happy birthday. All right, where's my other drone? See, Richard, now I can't put this thing down. I keep messing with it, okay? And I haven't even decided which exercises I want to use this for. But you see, I'm already fidgeting with this thing. I just cannot put it down, Richard, just in case I need to get in shape to get at you, bro. To get at you. All right, let me just hang this thing over here somewhere. All right, where's my other drone? So the next drone coming up is my Air 3S. You guys have seen this drone quite a few times. So this is from DJI. This is one of my commercial application drones. This one obviously is much, much bigger than this little drone right here. This drone here, the Air 3S, can fly up to 60 miles an hour. It has 4K 60 frames a second, 4K 120 frames a second. When it comes to slow motion, this guy is super, super fast, super, super strong. It's great in heavy winds and things like that. You can fly this up to 20-ish miles away and still be able to control it. I don't recommend that. Law says you have to keep it within 4 miles line of sight, so don't send one in a drone 20 miles out, but it can do it. You have a 3-axis gimbal on here, so you're going to get very stable video whether you're flying it in almost any kind of conditions. You're going to get stable video with this guy. I have used this for commercial work. I've used it for just recreational work. This thing is so much fun, guys. 360 degrees obstacle avoidance. One of the features that like these little drones is not going to have the obstacle avoidance. This one also has LiDAR. It has a LiDAR sensor, and that LiDAR sensor is good up to 1 lumen. That means 1 candlelight at 3 meters. This drone will still be able to detect something as it's flying into it. It'll automatically stop depending on which safety mode you have turned on, okay? So the bundle comes with the controller. You get the RC2 controller. This is the one with the built-in 2 antennas, 2 external antennas, the programmable buttons here on the back, 5.5-inch screen. This is a great controller for this style drone. Now, what's nice about these controllers is that you can buy a variety of different drones from DJI and still use the same controller to control all of those different drones. Just make sure whichever drones you're getting are going to be compatible with this same controller if that's your controller of choice. Now, also in the Fly More combo, you're going to get one of these battery packs. So this is the charger case for the Fly More combo. It gets you 3 batteries in this. So trust me, if you're going to be flying a lot, especially for commercial applications, you want to have 2 to 3 batteries for this. Now, these batteries give you around 35 to 40 minutes of flight time, depending on how you're flying, how fast you're flying, how high you're flying, all of that kind of stuff, you know, what kind of weather conditions you're going to be flying in. But for the most part, I've gotten really, really good results with these batteries. Most of the time when I take this drone out, I never use one whole battery, you know, in most of the flights. And you guys have seen a lot of the video that I posted related to this drone, you know, doing different maneuvers and things like that, because they're so well built and so well engineered. And as far as their power efficiency, they do great, guys. They do great in almost every condition you can think of. And they don't use a lot of battery power. They're just going to get the job done. You know, maybe you got to drop something on somebody. You know, I'm just saying, you know, sometimes, you know, people be, you know, coming around doing crazy stuff, Richard, you know, and then, you know, sometimes you just gotta send a drone after them. You know what I'm saying? You got to send a drone after the crazy dude over there and maybe drop something on him so he slow down. I'm just saying. So, you know, you want a drone that's going to have good battery life in case he's got to chase down a crazy person on rollerblades or whatever it is, Richard. But y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. Really good deal on this, guys. $22.19 for the entire bundle. You get spare propellers, props. You get the basically the Fly More combo and a few other accessories with the bundle I have listed in the carousel. You're also going to get a landing pad and a backpack and some other cool stuff. So, you know, I didn't get a backpack with mine, but I did get the DJI travel case. The DJI travel case did come with mine. I haven't used it. I think I can reach it. Hold on. I might be able to get it. Shoot. I just dropped it. Let me see if I can get it. I almost got it. I almost got it. And it's right at the... Okay. Whew. I got it. Anyway, so this is the case that comes with the Fly More combo. Really nice little shoulder strap on here, very padded. As you guys can see, you can fit everything in the case. You can put in there your controller, your drone, your battery, and a few other accessories. You got a nice little padded section up here with a little zipper that you can keep like your manuals and stuff like that. I like the way that it closes. It's got this little magnetic little catch right here on the front. Yeah, real nice, real nice. It's made out of one of those materials that, you know, is kind of water wicking. So if this was to get wet or snow or something like that on it, it would just wick away. So that's a win. That's a win. All right, what else do we have? So, I forgot to put the drone away. And I am notorious for not putting the drone away. So to put this drone away, first thing you're going to do is fold down the back legs like so. I didn't even take the gimbal guard off, but you guys know what the gimbal looks like. And then you just fold in the other 2 legs like so. Now this little propeller protector, I did get this sent to me by Start RC. That's the same company that we were talking about for the case that we were looking at earlier for the Insta360. I'm sorry, for the Pocket 3 camera. They make these same little accessories here to hold your propellers in place so that they don't get damaged when you put this back in your case. So that's really nice. You can find all that over on my storefront. All right, so next item is from our friends over at Ugreen, which is this little battery bank right here. Now this is a USB charger. This is a 100-watt charger. It's got the little retractable prongs on here. As you guys can see, you just flip this up, flip it down. I got to stop playing with this thing because last night I noticed I just kept doing that over and over and over and over and over and over. Stop it, Rome. Stop it. Anyway, this is a 100-watt charger. And if you get the Fly More combo, trust me, you're going to need this. It takes somewhere between 60 to 140 watts to charge these efficiently because you're charging all 3 of these super big batteries You guys can see how big these batteries are, and you're charging 3 of them at the same time in this smart charger. So yes, you will need something like this. This has been a great accessory for the drone and everything else. Now this was sent to me by Ugreen. New fidget toys. I know, Renee. I know. I'm trying to put it down. So 2 things I'm trying to do right now. One, remind myself to turn off this remote, because you know I will forget to turn this remote off. So first things first, let's turn off this remote, because I will need that later. That's why I wound up not charging the case. I didn't charge my gimbal. I didn't charge the gimbal last night, so I'm literally charging the gimbal right now, and I'm holding the phone by hand, because normally I have the phone inside of this gimbal when I'm showing you guys things. So don't tell Evans. Don't tell Evans. All right, what else do we got? We probably don't have too many things left in the carousel, so we're going to go and rock on through these. Like I said, I just wanted to go live tonight just so I could test to see where the strong points, maybe some weak points would be on streaming on both platforms at the same time. So, so far, it looks like everything is going good. I just need to be more aware when I end the other stream to make sure that everything is caught up before I end the stream, so that way people can still go back and watch it. Shh, no telling. She'll be listening. I know, it's like Richard. It's like Richard, right? Richard wouldn't have been in the stream all night tonight. No Richard nowhere, right? And I could have just said Richard's name one time, and Richard would have just poop. Hey, how you doing, Rome? Good to see you. What's going on, bro? What's going on in your world? I'd be like, hey, Richard, what's happening? He just, I know you do. I know you just be sitting there waiting, like, okay, here he comes. He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. Say it, Rome. Say it. Say it. I'm shooka-laka-laka-laka. Say it, Rome. I know you be waiting, bro. I know you be waiting. All right, let's get to the next item in the carousel. Cool cat stuff in the house. My man Chris is in the house. What it do, fam? Chris is in the house.
Cool cat stuff in the house, babies. Y'all don't know about my man Chris? Ooh wee.
Y'all don't know about Chris? Y'all don't know about Chris? Y'all need to check him out. My man be laying it down for the fur babies. He has one of the biggest hearts in the pet community you will probably ever find. And he's a wonderful person all the same. So definitely check my man out. Anyway, let's get to this next item in the carousel. Yes, Chris, Rome is about to, what is that? What did we say? Rome is in, oh, nope, I ain't gonna reread that. All right, anyway, let's check it out. So here is the next item in the carousel, guys. This is from my friends over at Blue Yeti. This is the hands-free one. This is an amazing backpack. So I've adopted this to be my professional drone backpack. It has a lot of storage. Let me show you guys here real quick. I have a section here in the back where I have the foam pre-cut out for my drone, for my controller, for my battery. Everything fits in here. Got a nice little pouch up here for other accessories. Then I have other sections here where you can put like clothes. Maybe you're gonna, going on an overnight trip, a drone project or a photography project or something like that. You got another little section here. You have all these little individual pockets. Really, really nice backpack. But what really makes this guy shine is the fact that it comes with a 300 watt battery. Yes, a 300 watt battery lives inside of this backpack, guys. This thing's got really nice plush materials, nice shoulder straps, all of that kind of jazz. But if you're out and about, is my camera tracking me? Yes, it is. So let me send you over to this camera. Nope, wrong camera. All right, you might be able to see it. No, you probably won't be able to see it. Let me go just bring it over to the other camera. Let's do this instead. Let's switch to this camera here so you guys can see the battery. Check it out. So these are some Blue Yeti batteries that I have back here. All of these are 300 watt batteries, but the one that you want to take notice of is that slimmer one back there. that is the battery that comes with the backpack. Okay, this is an AC and DC power delivery. Like I said, 300 watts. You have USB-C up to 100 watts, USB-A's up to 1500 watts. You can charge this directly off a solar panel, or the traditional Blue Yeti traditional plugs. It has a similar type of plugs. Got a nice little LCD here on the front as well. Built-in handle. So if you want to take it out of the backpack, you can easily take it out of the backpack like I've done here. I've actually been using these batteries to run some of my lasers, like this bunch of lasers back here from Longer. When I was testing these a couple of days ago, instead of plugging them up into this Geniverse battery that I have under the desk, I wanted to see if these would be able to run off of some of these smaller batteries. Maybe you had them out at a trade show or something like that, where you're doing, I don't know, coasters or, keychains or whatever it is you're making for people. And I wanted to make sure that those batteries had enough power to be able to run the laser, the rotary chuck, and also the slide extension. And yes, these guys did an amazing job, guys, an amazing job. So the Blue Yeti battery backpack is currently right now $429, unless Richard has found a coupon for it. So you might want to check out the product page. There has been some coupons on these backpacks as well. So like I said, if you're interested in the Blue Yeti hands-free one, and one of the greatest benefits to this backpack, guys, is the fact that it comes with one of these batteries. I have been trying for the longest time to find a backpack that I could put one of these traditional style batteries in, and I had not been able to find one. And then when I discovered that Blue Yeti had a backpack with a battery,
What is going on?
You know I had to have it. You know this, man.
That's right. I was like, send it. I gotta have it. I gots to have one. So they said, yes, Rome, we'll send you one if you stop emailing us. Please, Rome, stop emailing us. And I was like, okay, send me a backpack and I'll stop sending you 72 emails a day. 73, 74, 75. Now I'm going to start sending pigeons. Next, I was going to send Richard. I was going to send Richard over to their headquarters. I was like, Richard, you have been released. Go to them, Richard, and tell them why they should be working with me. Now, they've already sent me a ton of batteries, guys. They'd already sent me a ton of batteries by then. But, every once in a while, sometimes you gotta get into it. You gotta talk to the people the way you gotta talk to the people. But anyway, let's talk about this next little portable battery charger. This is a little charger case. Now, this comes with... this is inspired by Evans. Well, as far as me, this comes with 4 AA batteries, 4 AAA batteries in this little charger case. Really nice. I love the fact that they're black on yellow design. You guys can see those right here. Really compact little kit. Easy to travel with. Release the Kraken. That's right, babies. Release the Kraken. They didn't want that smoke. They did not want that Richard smoke up in their in their office, their corporate offices. They're like, oh no, we're gonna send this. We're gonna send this backpack by drone. They were gonna send that backpack by drone, bro. Anyway, here are our little chargeable, rechargeable batteries, AA, AAA batteries on here. Nice charger case, USB-C plug-in right here. Charge this guy up, no problems. Great little kit. If you need that power on the go, it is a win. All right, now where is my battery? Because I got another battery, and luckily it's not too far away. I can actually reach it. I can almost reach it. Let me get it. Oh, please don't drop it. Don't drop it. I almost dropped it. I did drop some other stuff though. But anyway, that would be this battery right here from Ugreen. Now this is a 24 25,000 milliamp hour battery, 145 watts. Let's take this guy down to the desk, take a closer look at what you get. So if you're comparing the power brick to the battery, you guys can kind of get an idea. They are the same color, you know, theme or whatever you want to call it. But this is a actual battery where this is just a charger. This one has 2 USB-Cs, 1 USB-A. It's got a nice little LCD here on the side. Smokey's losing his mind over there for some reason. But anyway, this will tell you exactly how much power is left on the battery. Now, the reason why this battery is only at 38% is because I used this battery earlier to charge one of the tail air cameras that I was thinking about using to live stream with earlier with the talent, but I decided to go a different route. But these batteries are powerful enough that it can charge those type of cameras, charge up a variety of different devices, guys. They are very portable. They don't have that, you know, cheap device creak to them. These feel very solid. Literally everything I've ever received from Ugreen has just been state of the art. Okay, this is a 145 watt hour battery, 25,000 milliamp hours. You got 140 watt output right here, and then of course you have your standard USB-C and USB-A on here as well. Great little travel battery if you're going to be getting out there in the wilderness, my babies, wilderness during the summer months, spring months, whatever it is you might get into. All right, so like I said, tonight was just going to be a quick stream so that I could test to make sure everything was going to be working the way I had hoped that it was going to be working. So far, everything looks to be working just fine. Let me take a quick little look over here again just to see if we're behind or not. So I do see we are a few seconds behind, but that's okay. As long as it's getting over there, that's what matters. Let's see, what was the last thing Richard says? Is it changed? Is what changed? Rich, I don't know what you were talking about. Anyway, Richard was asking a question or something, but I could see that it is a few seconds behind. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get to our last item in the carousel. You guys can probably hear Smokey walking around back here. Smokey's ready for me to make dinner, so I got to deal with him. All right, so our last item in the carousel, guys, is going to be these drawstring backpacks. You guys know I talk about these every single night. Of course, you can use these drawstring backpacks for a variety of different things. One of them being, you could use these drawstring backpacks, guys, for storage bags, reusable shopping bags. You could use them for, you know, a day trip bag. Now, of course, myself and my community, my motorcycle club and others, we use these bags in conjunction with things that we buy right here on Amazon. We buy toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, Band-Aids, you know, we buy socks, underwear, pens, pencils, anything that we think somebody who is homeless might be able to benefit from. We fill these backpacks up with these things. And then when we're out and about living our lives, doing what we do, we see somebody out there with a sign that's asking for help, we just pass off one of these backpacks to them and we keep right on rolling. You know, no praying with them, no discussions, just here's some love, here's something for you, and down the road we go, guys. So I encourage you, one and all, guys, to get out there and do good in your communities as well. Maybe you're in a blessed environment where you don't have homeless in your community. That's okay, guys. Another way that you can help is to collect items and then donate those items to a shelter, to a homeless shelter, to a women's shelter, and even collecting specific items. Terry will tell you specific items for the rescue pet shelters as well. They're always underfunded. They need a lot of help as well. So any help we can give them, guys, is going to be a blessing. And you get to be that pebble in the pond that is also rippling out and attracting others to do good because they see you're doing good in the world. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. And right now it is Buddy's birthday, and Buddy is saying for his birthday, he wants you guys to donate some time, donate some resources to your local pet shelters. Yes, your rescue shelters. That's what Buddy said. Buddy's talking to me right now in my headphones. He's saying, what? What, Buddy? What? Tell Terry what? Tell Terry stop hogging all the couch. Tell Terry to sit on the floor while you want to lay on the couch. Okay. Okay, I'll tell her. Terry, Buddy says get off the couch. That's his space. Okay? He might, if he's feeling generous, let you lay next to it. What? Lay behind it. He said, lay behind it. I don't know how it's set up. I'm just going by. I'm just relaying the message. I'm just don't kill the messenger. I'm just relaying the message. Okay. But anyway, it's about time. It's about time for me to do that thing. Now, I did go live tonight because, like I said, I wanted to test this new setup and everything. But I'll be right back here tomorrow night because my normal night is tomorrow night, Saturday night, right back here, 7 p.m. Y'all know how we do. So I'll be back right here on Amazon, right back on YouTube, and possibly another mystery platform that I will probably tell you guys a little bit more about on our other social medias, so if you follow me already on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of cool jazz. Now, if you are not following my man Richard over on TikTok, you are really missing out. Richard puts in the work, guys. He be creating all kind of short form content, to support other people in the community. A lot of influencers, he supports them as well. And of course, he loves to do bloopers. Yep, he loves to do bloopers, and most of those bloopers will be of yours truly. Okay, so yeah, Richard be coming for me, y'all. Richard be coming for me. He just running all up in the back of my head. Every time I'm out doing something, I'm out in the backyard, working in my backyard, I see Richard looking over the fence. He be like, "What you doing, Ron? What you doing over there? What you got there in your hand? Why you putting them things in the ground, Ron?" I'm like, "Richard, go away. Go away." I had to get the hose on him. I got to put the hose on him, run him off. And then when I wet him, get him all wet, and I look back, and now he's on top of the roof looking down at me like, "What you doing down there, Ron?" He'd be all over the place. I'd be like, "Man, go get a life, bro. Get you a pet or something, because you be driving me crazy." But I love you. I love me some Richard, y'all. Richard, we love us some Richard. But Richard is all kind of crazy. If y'all don't know, Richard is all kind of crazy. So don't fool yourself. Do not fool yourself. And don't drop your guard down, because Richard will come for you. I'm going to tell you right now. But make sure you guys are following Richard over on TikTok, so that way you can see some of the amazing content Richard has been putting out there into the community to help support other influencers and friends, community friends, all that kind of stuff, and a bunch of crazy stuff for me. So I'm just telling y'all right now, do not be surprised. Do not be shocked, because you have no idea what you might see over on Richard's stream. I'm just saying. All right, my lovelies, it's time, my babies, to say it. Let's go. All right, my lovelies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones. Get out there and create something amazing in the world every single day, guys. Be that pebble in the pond. Encourage others to do good in the world, guys. It is your mission. I pass that mission on to you so that you can also pass it on to each other and other people. Do good in the world. All right. So it's about that time for me to wrap it up for the night. Y'all know it's time for me to say the magic words. Y'all ready? Here we go. Peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, my babies. Boom, my babies. I am out of here. Time to go make some dinner. I gotta go. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow night. Peace. I'm out.